Jeanie Buss gave an interview to the LA Times basically regarding Kobe Bryant's contract. Now, J.R. Jackson is a humongous fan of the Los Angeles Lakers, so we'll get to that in just a moment. However, the big consensus is that they never should have given him this contract. Instead of how teams usually do it, not poison pills, put that on the back burner. We're not talking about that now. A lot of teams do this where, not a lot of teams do this, where as the player gets older, poison pills aside, the rate and the salary increases as they get older. So right now he's set to make about $23.5 million at 36 years old. At 37, he's going to make $25 million. It was a contract that many people were not in favor of because of his age and his deteriorating health. Kobe Bryant, this is obviously. But the one thing that Jeanie Buss emphasized, and I really do believe what she said over, her idiot brother, is that wow.
You've been hanging around me too long.
I have. The one thing that she said, bring it back, is that he needs to retire as a Laker. So I just want to sort of identify this prolonged thing in sports where he has to retire as this team and whatnot. Why do we do it? Why do they sign a one-day contract so they could retire as a member of the Boston Red Sox?
Because if you were never a member of the team before, that's odd. But as far as from the organization's point of view, I think it's to continue to draw people in, fans and players in the future.
But you already established your legacy and whatnot, so what does it matter?
All the Lakers talk about is their banners and stuff, and Laker fans
and their 22-44 record this year.
Future. That's all they can talk about now is their banners. So it's something to hang your head on. You want the Kobe Bryant jersey retired as a Laker. You don't want to see him wearing any other color because it's going to stick in someone's brain later. Like, hey, he left. That's weird.
But do you remember Jordan as a member of the Bulls or the Wizards? Over time, people don't give a shit anymore. No one cares.
You remember him as a Bull, and that's never going to change for Kobe.
Ever.
But you still go, yeah, he played with the Wizards. What the fuck was up with that? And it leaves this bad taste in your mouth. You're like, why did he do that?
It doesn't, though. Look, everyone knows I'm from Chicago. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows I support the Bulls. Could care less.
Yeah.
Look, he's a failed owner with the Wizards. He's trying to bring it back with the Bobcats, soon to be Hornets next year and whatnot. Fine. But his time with the Wizards, it wasn't good, and no one really cares. No one is oh man, that really tainted his legacy.
No, not that it tainted his. It's just that people think, why did he leave the Bulls? It goes more to the organization. This guy played with you the whole time, and you didn't keep him around. What'd you do wrong? Or even he just got old. Sometimes people get old and they're like, yeah, you're 40. We can't keep paying you as if you're 23.
Sure.
And then these guys played too long. Shaq. So Shaq was in about 5 different teams. And also,
can you name them?
People on multiple teams, I will in a second.
All right.
People on multiple teams, it seems like they're journeymen only because they suck. So you're like, how is this Hall of Fame, probably best center of all time, end up on 5 teams? When did he start sucking? I'm just saying people who didn't watch him.
I just wrote them down. Go.
Okay. It's probably not even 5. It's probably 4. But
that's 5.
Orlando, LA, Phoenix, Boston, Cleveland.
Say it again?
Got him.
Say it again?
Orlando, LA, Boston, Cleveland, and now you made me do it again, and Phoenix.
You're missing one.
So there's 6.
There's 6.
Oh, Heat.
There you go.
One more championship.
Very well done. Round of applause.
Come on.
Well done, sir.
The one that should have been the hardest to get should have been Phoenix. I should have had Heat number 3.
Yeah, he kind of won the title there.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the other thing, and you're a huge basketball fan, as am I, but how can they possibly fix this team? You gotta start with firing D'Antoni. You gotta bring in Rudy Gay when he's a free agent. I got a bunch of free agents over here. But firstly, actually, you know what? I'll read this to you, okay. and then I'll help you out a little bit. The free agents that could potentially be LeBron James, Carmelo, Dwayne Wade, Greg Monroe, Chris Bosh, Dirk Nowitzki, Eric Bledsoe, Luol Deng, Zebo, Zach Randolph, Pau Gasol, who they probably will not let go. It'll never happen.
Jesus.
Lance Stevenson, Rudy Gay, Paul Pierce, Danny Granger, Mario Chalmers, to name a few. How do you fix the Lakers? What do you do?
You
fire D'Antoni?
You have to.
Is that a start?
You have to. And there was the rumors that Kobe said, I'm not going to play for this guy next year.
Yep.
But Kobe might not play for anyone next year.
No, he'll come back. He'll be fine. Yeah, I truly believe he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll come back, but he's not going to play. I'm sorry, Kobe. You know what? I've gained a lot of respect for Kobe in the past 3 years.
You and Ben, man, you're suckers.
It's true, but you know what? He's got to stop now.
Both of you.
You got to stop, kid. Like, just chill out. You're
You're
old.
saying kid. He has like 3 years on you.
Only 2, I think.
You just aged yourself.
Yeah, no, everybody knows how old I am. And that I'm old. See this grays? Anyway,
Now I do.
yeah.
All right, yeah,
You're
continue.
like white hair. No.
Moving on.
It's like, it's fine to make the declaration. I'm fine that he expects to come back and be full force, but that's just me being pessimistic, I guess. So just when Kobe says something like that, you got to get rid of this coach. That has to happen. They're now, in my opinion, have a much harder time getting Carmelo to come to LA because I thought that was a done deal until Phil Jackson.
Well, now apparently it's the
took
Rockets
job.
and the Bulls, actually.
Oh. Well,
But I mean, he's going to stay in New York.
Yeah, he's not
gonna
leaving
stay
New
in
York.
Yeah.
Because that was their big attraction. Oh, maybe we need Carmelo now. So how you fix this team? Sorry to go back to your first question now, since I didn't answer.
Here's the one other thing I'll say. They're going to have a top 5 pick, most likely, unless the lottery is screwed.
And
and
is this going to be a good draft? I
Yes.
mean, that's the thing.
Deep.
Everybody knows the degree of college basketball I watched started yesterday.
I'm telling you, it's going to be one of the best drafts in NBA history. Yeah.
Okay, because of Wiggins?
No, because of the depth. Like not every player, obviously not, but there's so many talented players in this draft. The top 5, they're not going to be budding stars, but they're going to. I could see a few of those guys winning championships, which you can't really say about the top 5
Yeah, you
picks
just don't say
in
that.
every NBA
The only
draft.
time people said stuff like that was when Carmelo came in and LeBron came in. They're like, oh, these guys go win championships.
Hey,
But
remember when the Pistons picked Darko? Losers! God, that was terrible. Oh my God. Darko Milicic. All right, yeah, continue.
I saw a quick little rundown of what they're probably going to do. There's a bunch of, not no names, I hate disrespecting guys like that. They're NBA players, but there's a lot of guys they can very easily let go of. Just get rid of them. Let them go, sit them off, trade them, fucking pay them their $100,000 you owe them, and let them out the door.
Sure.
And then they kind of have an open house where almost you'll get people to start going, I'll go to LA. And you can almost form this team. They're like, who would look up as a pro player? Because everyone wants to come to LA, New York, Chicago, those big cities, right?
Yeah.
And if you're a somewhat free agent or if you're a mid-range guy and you're like, the Lakers don't have anybody.
Yeah.
And they're going to hire
That's
a
how
new
it
coach.
feels. Yeah.
And you can go, I'll start new in LA.
Uh-huh.
So they're in a really
Really
good
not
position.
a bad place.
Yeah, they're in a really good position. And then they'll still play with Kobe, which I think he's going to be fine. He's going to play okay.
I think
but I'm
he's
just
gonna
worried
be
about
fine,
him
too.
injuring himself again. If he doesn't injure himself again, it's going to be great. But it's hard when you're this old.